really excited. I'm bringing you my new talk show and podcast. What's up, everyone? We are live. Look, tap in. We are live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. Anybody that comes on Instagram, please head over to my YouTube, and we're also live on my YouTube channel, also, all under Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. What's up, everyone? It is Thursday. We got a really great show tonight. And you are tuned in to Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. I'm your host, Faith Adorne, and today's segment is an exclusive Thursday. And we have a great guest. I'm going to be introducing her, and her name is Sage Marie Bleu. Let's welcome her to Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. Her IG is Witch Blue, so I know you guys are going to be curious of why is she going by Witch Blue. So tonight she's going to be coming up, and she's going to be discussing some controversial topics, discussions in regards to um, tarot readings, soul ties, wellness and health. She's a wellness and health advisor, and some other things that she's going to be discussing. But for right now, let me introduce you to Sage Marie Blue. What's up?
What's up? What's up? Ashay.
So, how are you doing tonight?
Um, if I say that I was doing excellent, I would be lying. I'm a little drained from this week's pool of energy. We're leaving out of the retrograde. Now that I think about it, retrograde's ending tomorrow. So you get that last little pool of
Right.
energy and people acting weird. So
And so you get all that energy, whether
yeah,
it's bad or good, so it
right,
drains you.
right.
So everyone, let me introduce you guys to Sage, because you don't know who she is. Sage is an author. Her book is called Night Deliveries, The Seduction. It's about vampires. She's also a spiritualpreneur, entrepreneur. She's a spiritual wellness and health advisor,
Hmm.
and she has a lot that she's going to be bringing to our episode tonight, which is our exclusive Thursdays. So I can't wait. You guys tap in if you guys got questions, because we're going to be talking about a lot of controversial topics, even down to the crystal healings, the crystal medicine, just different soap healing. She has so much that she's going to be bringing to the table tonight. So you guys, we're going to do it respectfully, and it's her perspective and her journey, her walk through life.
Yeah.
And so we're not here to judge anyone. We're here to let her speak about her journey. But let me let everyone know who you're watching tonight, and you also can go ahead and follow her. That's a gorgeous picture.
I love that picture.
Hmm.
Yeah, from one extreme to the other.
Right.
A lot of hair to no
You are
hair.
so camera ready, man.
I
Photogenic,
be
for real. And
trying.
there's your book, Night Deliveries, The Seduction.
Hmm. Yeah, I
So let's
actually.
let's get started. Like, it's so many questions that I have. But before we get started with you, you guys know I always come with the resources, and I always come with information if someone is interested in starting a podcast. So first, let me bring this information. If someone is looking for a job, I have someone that is hiring right now. They need between 2 to 3 cooks. The location is located by the airport in Atlanta. I will be giving you her email address, and the position is Monday through Friday, The days can be flexible. Well, Mondays through Sundays, and the days can be flexible, and it's from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. So if you know anyone, you guys, whoever's tapped in, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter and Twitch and Instagram. If you guys know anyone looking for work, I'm going to have her email address up in the chat. I'm also going to have it on my YouTube channel, on Instagram and Facebook. But she is looking for to hire three cooks. It is paying $15 an hour, and you can get overtime. You have to have transportation or be able to get back and forth because you have to be to work. She stated, but she's because you're going to be getting overtime. As I stated, you can kind of wear whatever you want to wear, she stated, and you have to be able to pass a background check. She said that's the most important thing. You got to be able to pass a background check. But if anyone knows anybody that's looking for work right now, because there's a lot of people looking for work, can't find work, this position is located in Atlanta, Georgia. The hiring manager is looking for 2 to 3 cooks again, paying $15 an hour, Monday through Sunday. Days can be flexible from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and got to pass the background check. Other than that, we're gonna move right along because we got so much to talk about tonight. And then also the other resources that I bring in regards to starting your own podcast. I've had, my last episode last week on Thursday. I had some individuals inbox me about starting their business, making it legit, creating an LLC. They also talked about podcasting, and I just want to say, start your podcast now. The only thing that I regret that I did not do my podcast way before. Um, Podcasting is booming right now. The industry is really booming right now, and the popularity is big. Just do it because you love it. If you have to love what you're doing because you're not going to right away get donations or be making money, it has to be something that you enjoy. I still work a 9 to 5. Sage, you still work a 9 to 5
I
too?
still work a 9 to 5.
Right. So we're doing what we love, but we're still working a 9 to 5. I enjoy blogging. I enjoy, and Sage is also a podcaster too. So you guys are going to be able to head over to her podcast and get her information. But I would just say, if it's something that you want to do, make a plan. The good thing is you don't need a studio. You don't have to spend the money to go to the studio to podcast or to even just blog. If you
Hmm.
don't have the money for a website, you guys, the cool thing is, I'm with Anchor. I would say set up an account with Anchor, Anchor FM, and they give you a landing page. It's very professional.
Hmm.
Um, and until you're ready to set up your own website, you can actually podcast right from your cell phone and choose your topic and your podcast name and just tell a story. Don't think too hard about it. It's your platform. You don't have to just have one niche. You can be a lifestyle podcaster like myself. I'm not in one category. I can interview and do what I want. I created this show, Unfiltered with Faith Adorne, so I don't have to answer to anyone. So you guys don't think too hard about it. Just do it. Promote your show, and when you're promoting it, do not get discouraged because you're not seeing the likes. I'm going to tell you, from last Thursday up until today, when I looked at my the update that I got through social media, I've had 15,500 people that visit my Facebook page in 28 days. They came to my Facebook page and they engaged. And with them engaging, they was looking at my videos, looking at the pictures. So I have the audience out there. And I
Hmm.
appreciate everyone that's tuned in, whether you're on Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch, or YouTube or Instagram. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. With me, I could get one view. That's all that matters to me because I've touched one person that's tuned in. And I would just say connect to your audience. And the key thing is staying consistent. That is the key thing, staying consistent. It's going to be a lot of work. I'm not going to say it's easy. It's not easy. It's not easy work. But the good thing is it's something that you want to do. So just go hard and just do it. I want to make sure I touch bases on everything. You got to figure out how you want to podcast. If it's once a month, once a week, 2 days out the week, just step out on faith. Whether you are a hairstylist or a blogger or you enjoy cooking or uh I don't know, you're doing makeup or you're an artist. It's so many different things that you can blog about. You can even just go out on the street and just interview people, and that's a podcast show right there because people are doing it. And you don't have to spend a whole bunch of crazy money to have equipment. So I'm going to say if you're going to start podcasting, step out on faith. Don't worry about what nobody is doing. Sign up with Anchor FM. That's my perspective because you don't have to worry about paying any money. And you can start podcasting right from your cell phone and upload your
Hmm.
content. That's how easy it is. Other than that, thank you guys. You are tuned into Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. And I just want to do a quick little 7-second break, you guys, to let you know what to look for my last Thursday. We're going to be having unfiltered spicy topics. So we appreciate you guys watching. All right, you see how quick that was, and we back.
That was definitely a 7 second.
Yeah, so tell my viewers about you. Give me the bio. What's up with Sage Marie? Blue, which blue? You know, let's go. You got the floor.
I don't even know where to start. um, well, let me see. Where do I start? I guess I can say that I was never. Well, let me just say I was a witch, but didn't know that I had harnessed power. I didn't know which side of the family it came from. Um, as a child, I was told that when you're born with a veil on your face, and meaning that you can see both sides, and monsters were really monsters to me. I loved scary movies. I was in. I was intrigued by paranoia. Um, I find some movies are funny while other people are screaming and hollering.
Okay, that
It's
is
it
me because I'm not with
That's
none of
you.
that.
That's you. Yeah. I I am a, oh my goodness, why has this happened? I'm not a Jill. Like I hear a noise, like, hey, is that you? No, I'm gonna run. That's what we do.
Okay, so
But
you are you are running. You're not going to look for trouble.
no, I listen, if I hear something in the creep in the night, even though I am intrigued by the dark side of anything, I will not investigate. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. It's not nothing
Okay.
good. But I jumped into spirituality. Well, let me just say first, everyone is that's listening, spirituality starts from birth, the moment of conception. You have a soul contract that you agreed to follow when you got here,
And
right?
so you're saying from your walk of life, from your journey, from the knowledge that you've received and what your perspective,
Hmm.
everyone has that side to them.
Everyone, because you are a spirit. You are a human experience. You are a spirit with human experiences. So you came here for you to have free will to do what you need to do. Everyone here has a soul purpose. And we're not talking about a lone purpose, but SOUL purpose. And
Okay.
some of us go through life and we don't check in or tap into our soul purpose. We just kind of go through life and, oh, this incident happened, but that was weird that this person stood there and told me not to walk across the street. No, that was another person that was supposed to stop you because you have a soul purpose, and they had a soul purpose was to save your life. So all the coincidences are not really coincidences. This actually for you, like all your bad experiences, all your heartbreaks and things of that nature. They were all soul purposes.
So let me ask you, so with you, you specialize in readings, spiritual healing courses, programs. You're a spiritual coach, advisor. Also, I know
Hmm.
earlier on, and let's not forget Arthur. Um, I know early on you said that you was born. Oh, am I saying it? Which am I listening correctly? What you're
I
saying?
was I was born with a veil over my head. Now the word witch was something that we were all afraid of. You couldn't even put that in one sentence without being afraid or somebody being afraid. But what
Yeah.
people have to realize is that you, as a witch, you are a healer.
So
Wicca.
you're not saying which, because and that's a controversial topic and a discussion. So you're not saying which in regards to. something bad. It's something
Mm-mm.
positive.
It's very positive, and the reason why the women were burned at stake is because
Wasn't that
someone,
Pennsylvania, somewhere like that? And
yeah,
women involved.
they were born the burnt at stake only because they were healing people, and people couldn't understand that. As in church, when the pastor puts his hand on you, it's no
Okay.
different. We put our hands on you, we cook up herbs or whatever, and the herbs is from the earth, so it healed people,
Hmm.
shamans, Indians, things of that nature. And people were afraid of that, because not even afraid, let's say envious and jealous, because
Hmm.
that's fear, and they wanted to kill those women, and they
Hello, Diana
did.
Maria. She said, "Hello, beautiful ladies. Hello."
Hello, how are you?
So
So
you,
yeah.
so you was more you're talking about in regards to healing. So let me ask you a quick question. It just made me
Hmm.
think about this when you said
Hmm.
you're not like a real witch where you're trying to hurt someone. You're
It's
doing
no
it in a
such
pot.
thing.
Right. So when I think about Halloween, the kids go trick or treating. That's that's what we grew up on. So are
Hmm.
you saying that maybe is not right? Would that is that okay?
Absolutely not. So Halloween is really the beginning of the year. It's actually an actual new year. It's harvest,
Okay.
right? So, and that is the time during the time when you are able to really sit down, and the world two worlds become thin, where you're able to sit down with your ancestors and or call upon them and speak with them and see your loved ones. But see,
Hold on,
um
rewind that back. You just rewind that back.
yeah, you're
That
able
didn't
to sit
it didn't go
down.
past my head. I caught it. What you just said. Are you saying on Halloween that is so
Hmm.
you're saying from your belief, from your
Hmm.
perspective, and
Hmm.
that would just say again to all my new viewers that's coming in, this is Sage Marie Blue, and this is her perspective, and this is her walk. This is
Hmm.
her journey of things that she has learned and what she went through. So you're
Hmm.
saying Halloween the kids shouldn't go trick or treating, basically.
Well, it was
Because that's
meant,
the time that you're supposed to be reaching out to your ancestors. I,
exactly. It
I
was
don't
meant
want to reach out to my
to.
ancestors,
Why
Sage.
would you not? Why would you not? That is loved ones, but it was meant to celebrate at this time, and that's celebration. But somebody came up with scaring the spirits back into the other side. But why would we want to do that? Right? We miss them when they're here. We celebrate them. Oh, and then we take advantage and and they die, and then we want to cry. But you
Yeah.
have an opportunity to speak with your ancestors who protect you all the time, all day. Your keys
Well,
come up
I
missing.
do believe that, when people pass on your loved ones,
Hmm.
but I don't look at it, I guess being Christian, I look at it where I'm saying, we say that um they're our angels. They're looking out for us. But I don't want to talk to them though. I don't want to go to that level. I don't want to let them rest where they're at. That's my perspective. But I see that it's way bigger than that. Like
It's huge. It's huge because I know that one time, let me ask you this. Have you ever put some keys somewhere, you put them there and they're disappeared? And I know I had those keys there, but
I don't even
you
know how
go,
to say this. I'm just going to go ahead and be transparent because of
okay,
what you just said.
okay.
I don't even know if I want to just say this now. Maybe you might wait to say this out the book. It just when you just said keys because okay, so I'm gonna just say it. I re- no, I don't know. I don't know, but
Okay.
I when you just said keys and then they disappeared, like you know,
You put them there. You put them there, but they're there sometimes they play games to remove them from there because they just saved you from accident. Let me give you an example. I There was a shooting on the freeway. Couldn't find my keys. Couldn't. I was screaming like, "Where the hell is my keys? What?" You know. I go to work very early in the morning. I be in promptness. Work starts at
okay,
7. I'm there at 6:30 in front of the building. Well, just so happened that was my route to go to work, but I couldn't find my keys. It delayed me, and there was a shooting
okay,
on the highway. I could have been in the midst of that.
okay. Charmaine says she wants them to guide. She wants her ancestors to guide her. She said that. Okay, Charmaine.
And she can
Um,
invoke them.
so I'm gonna say this. I remember one time I was younger, I misplaced the keys. I know what you're
Hmm.
saying. Like even with that accident that happened on the freeway, it was meant for you not to be there. I remember me misplacing the keys. Well, I didn't misplace the keys. I had a loved one that misplaced the keys, couldn't find the keys. And it just made me think about it like a aha moment when you said this because I'm going to go somewhere with it really deep. And I just remember that I lost the keys. Well, my loved one lost the keys, couldn't find
Hmm.
the keys. For maybe like a week or 2 weeks, the keys could not be found. They was in the mailbox. You couldn't find the keys. And the night that they passed on, the keys was in the same place that they looked and that we all looked. And but I guess it was only meant for me to find the keys. It was only meant
Hmm.
for me to find the keys. And the stuff that was there was like just for me only. And I just remember me like, I'm not coming back here. Like, cause it
I
was
just
so
got
weird.
chills when you were telling that story.
Yes, and I didn't think about it until you just said. I know for years I was just like, why was the keys not right there? Because I remember, I remember my kid's father lifting up the TV to look for the keys. Everybody was looking for the keys. The keys was not there, and then it just like after that, the keys was there, and I remember me and him looking at each other like, how did the keys get there? Like, how did the keys get there? Because we were looking for the keys were not there. We
Of course.
like keys was not there, but it was like there, like it was just like you pick up the keys. And I was just like, whoa, where were the keys at? And I remember just like, I remember me and my kid's father, we just was kind of like this the whole time.
At all. Like, we both picked up this dog on TV and the keys was not there. That's because that was a delay or it was a message to you. Sometimes they come before they pass away, before the events happen, just to let you know that I'm leaving now. And it's not their body coming to tell you, it's their spirit. Like, I have to go now. And we don't
Yeah.
pay attention to that. My daughter had that incident where she heard her ex-husband. She thought he was in the kitchen. He wasn't. He was at a friend's house. He was deceased, but he was tapping to let her know, I'm leaving now. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So we have to look at the fact that there is no ghosts, there's no goblins and gremlins, there's only ancestors and spirits and deities, and that's a whole nother story. They guide us. You heard of the praying grandmother. Grandma ain't just praying just to be praying. Grandma's
Oh
praying
no,
to
I know I've
intercede.
been living off my grandmother and my grandmother and my mother prayers is just different even incidents that I'm
Hmm.
like, okay, all right, it's mama, that's you. I know that's
Hmm.
you. You're my angel. You're
Yeah.
making sure, you know, everything is good. When
Yep.
I think about my daughter, how she was pregnant for 9 months and didn't even know she was pregnant. She didn't even know she was pregnant. She didn't have any signs that she was pregnant. And they have that TV show that comes on. I didn't know I was pregnant. And people don't realize that's true.
Very
Like
real. Very
it's
real.
very real. And it's
Yeah.
called cryptic pregnancy. People should look it up. It's called cryptic pregnancy. Jasmine had a six pack for 9 months. When my granddaughter was delivered, man, she healthy and all, just like a blessing. Like, how were you? No,
Your granddaughter is an ancestor. I bet you she came out and you guys
oh
didn't think that she was going
God,
to do anything but just be sick. I'm telling you, I'm telling everybody, if you're pregnant right now, your baby come out with their eyes open, that is the ancestors who are claiming their rightful spaces. They are tired of what we're doing on this earth.
I'm
And
gonna
I'm
say
just so
I
sorry
felt
to
like it
say
was
that.
my mom. I felt like my
Hmm.
mom, like, cause
Hmm.
that's your
Hmm.
perspective, but my perspective,
Hmm.
because I understand what you're saying. I've heard people say that, but
Hmm.
with me, I just felt like, okay, my mom had a veil, like a shield over her, a umbrella over
Hmm.
Jazz, because I remember even when they was working, her and my other daughter and um some other girls, they was working at a job,
Hmm.
and everybody got sick on the job because it was dealing with different chemicals and stuff. Like it was like a plant or something like that.
Yes.
Jazz skin was so gorgeous. It was so pretty the whole time. She just was her hips and thighs. She gained weight, but her stomach was a six pack. So at 9 months, she had a six pack. And then the day that she went into delivery, that's when she gained her weight. It's like she went from
Crazy.
a 1-2 to like a 5, 6, or 7, 8 within 24 hours.
Girl. A
I
what?
got the footage.
A five? Girl.
That like literally,
Look, I would
and
love to be a
my
five.
granddaughter was born healthy. So I was like, that was my mom. My mom made sure to me, I felt like that was my mom, but some people, because my mom has passed on, and she was a great person, a good person, just always positive, and just good energy. And but I understand what you're saying in regards
What does your
to.
granddaughter give you? What does she give you right now? She's
Oh,
your
she
what?
don't. That's my Tinkerbell. She don't
And
play
and
about
she
me.
does what to you when she walks in the room?
Oh my gosh, hugs
And what
me.
did your mama do when she walked in the room?
Always, I was everything to her. Like
And she's come back.
I was everything to her. Like everything.
Comes
I
back.
was. She always, protected me. And so,
Hmm.
and when and my granddaughter, she'll go against her mama for me. She don't play about me. She'll tell her mom like that's my grandma, so she don't play. But she does not
That's my
play.
G-ma.
Yeah, you
But
don't play
yeah,
with
we
her.
are
You don't play with her. But I guess when you're saying tap into that, I don't want to tap into that world.
well, they
So
will
let me.
never spirits will never bother you the way that you think that they will bother you because you're showing fear. They can't come and
Oh,
visit
I
you.
don't
There's
fear
no
nobody but
permission.
God. I
Yeah.
don't fear that.
No,
I
no,
don't
I'm just
fear
saying
that.
what you're saying. You don't want to talk to them. That's a sign of resistance, and to resistance is fear. You don't have to be scared, but they do want to come and let you know that we are there for you. They will show you signs whether you want
Oh
it or
no,
not.
I've got signs. I remember. Listen, my mother sends me. I feel like it's my mom, is my grandmother, because I used
Hmm.
to be my grandmother's baby. She used to always have me pray for me. They always pray for me. So I understand when you say your grandmother prayers. I
Hmm.
know I'm living off on a lot of those prayers of them always on their knees praying, keeping me safe. I
Yeah.
do believe that.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't feel like I feel like they supposed to be resting. That's
They
where.
are.
Right.
They're
And
they're
not to be
resting.
bothered with. So let me ask you a quick question. If somebody reached out to you right now, or like
Hmm.
say if somebody wanted to get a tarot reading, is it a
Hmm.
correct way to ask for that stuff? Is you got to be careful?
Well, now that everything that's going on right now, you really do have to be careful. I'm gonna tell everybody if you were a query, meaning the person that's inquiring, if you are a query, do not give if a tarot reader too much of your information because it can become generalized, right? And if I'm generalizing, I mean it can happen to anybody, anywhere. You shouldn't have to say anything. Okay. You ask the question, like me, I'm gonna tell you to ask your question in your head. We're gonna meditate, we're gonna get clear, and then I'm going to start shuffling these cards and let spirit go ahead and throw the cards out and we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, you by
Tarot and
yourself,
Oracle
Sage.
is tarot and oracle is confirmation of what you already know. It is not to be lived as a blueprint for your
Okay.
life. It's a guidance. A lot of people go to tarot readers over and over and over again, driving themselves crazy. That's not what spirit wants you to do. And
I'm glad
please,
you said that. I'm glad
yeah.
you said that because that was going to be a question.
Hmm.
I've talked to people where they actually, because they believe in that side and they go there a lot, like every week, and I'm like, is that really healthy? Is that safe? Like, what are you doing? Like, I just think like you're doing too much with. That's my perspective.
Not
I
even your
think I
energy
thought it's supposed
anymore.
to be natural where they come to you
Hmm.
and they don't supposed to charge, and am I wrong?
Well, some tarot readers do charge an amount, but see, when you're a tarot reader, runes, pendulum, whatever it may be, what you have is a natural gift from spirit, which is God. Let's get that right, everybody. We do believe in God and into the universe. Yes, we don't believe in anything else.
So you do believe in God?
We believe in God. We just gave
Okay.
gave universe, spirit, entity a name as Jehovah, Yahweh, all that. But it's only one. So we do believe
Okay.
in that. Even with me wearing pendulum, spirit is at the very top of that 5-star pendulum, right? The pentagram. People get nervous when they see the pentagram, but the very top is spirit,
Okay.
right? So people have to get that. That is not a witchy thing to on the bad side of anything. It's spirit. So we do believe in that. Because how
So
else would we
so
get our
so
shade?
when you think about people when they think of the witch, it's they're looking at it wrong. It's not a bad thing. You're not out there trying to put something on somebody or hurt someone. You're
There are
trying to
those
tap
witches.
into good, huh?
There
I'm
are
sorry,
those
what did
witches.
you say?
There are those witches who do that, but that's the ones who are not healed. Those are the angry ones, right? Those are the ones who are not healed, who have not really tapped into their power, their true loving power, because that's what witches are: Wiccas, doctors, healers. They haven't tapped in. They're angry about whatever turned them around. We don't know. We'll never know probably, but it's not even a color magic. We go black magic, white magic. It's not even a color of a magic. It's hoodoo.
So let me ask you another question because the time
Hmm
gonna go by so fast. What is the controversial in regards to healing crystals? What is that about?
People believe that they're just regular rocks, as they call them. They're just stuff from out of the earth. Well, isn't marijuana? Doesn't it heal you at times? Mhm.
Right.
So these rocks are naturally fused with energy from Mother Earth, and
Okay.
people they have different, different meanings, different ways to utilize them. And people do say, well, you're using this to utilize this. Well, let me see here. Let's see. Like candles, Catholics use candles, they burn them, correct? So we use them and
Right.
burn them for the same thing. Candles tell you what's in your house, how your life is going to be. You can listen to the crackle of a candle and it'll tell you exactly where you're going if a spirit is around you, just like cats. That's
Yes.
controversial as well.
Cats. Yes.
Okay, black
I,
cats, everyone who's listening, is not bad. They sat in the pyramid with the Egyptians and were royalty. Cats absorb spirit. So if you ever see a cat that looks like he even got fat overnight,
hmm
he has just protected you from something that was going to pounce on
Are
you while
you
you sleep.
serious?
Oh, yes, ma'am. My cat sits in the middle between me, my room, and my sister's, and he will bulge up. And one thing he likes to do is go near my altar. He would even come side of me and meditate at times.
I got this clip of you. Is this your altar? I have a clip. Let me
Oh
show
yeah.
this right quick. And to everyone that's watching right now, I'm interviewing Sage Marie Blue. You can go to her Instagram and her Facebook. Give them your Facebook and Instagram right quick, Sage.
I shortened it down to Witch Blue because it was my whole entire name, but it is Witch, the regular Witch, and Blue Bleu.
Okay.
So Witch
And
Blue
is this the
Have
area
you
you're
ever been
talking?
around people who have way more than you and they don't even like you? They're in higher positions, have more money, have a greater advantage.
is half of the bedroom. Actually, that's one of my altars. That's just one. That's just one. The one that is bigger than that actually takes the entire room and goes around in a circle, is half of that stuff is in storage. But
But
that's
what
the
is
one.
that for though? All of those is that to keep you safe? Are you praying for healing? Are you keeping negative energy and bad people away? That's not used for bad, right?
Mm-mm, that's not used for bad at all. What you see in the corner is Oshun. That is because I practice anything that makes me feel good and love people. Oshun is Ifa, so your Ruben spirituality. I do Buddha. Buddha's sitting there, little fat man that be at the nail
No,
shops. He's
I
there too.
Buddha, yes.
And
That's
then my witchcraft, my Wicca is there as well. I have a huge picture of Buddha on one side, but
right.
anything that makes you a Christian, Protestant, Mormon, anything that makes you love another human being and treasure another spirit, I say go for it. I meditate a lot. I have a difference between
I
prayer and
meditate.
meditation. We won't go there because that's very controversial. That'll
Right.
start arguing with a lot of people. But
Well, this is your perspective, and one
yeah.
thing about Unfiltered with Faith Adorne, we touch on topics where it's controversial discussions, but the good thing is that your perspective. It's
Mhm.
not saying you're right, it's not saying you're wrong, but
Right.
that's your walk, that's your journey. So,
Right. Absolutely.
I think the viewers, that are tuned in want to hear it, want to know. I
Okay,
mean,
so my perspective on prayer and meditation. So, prayer to me is basically begging God, please don't take him away from me. Please don't do this. Please give me this, give me that. Meditation is you already know you have it. Now let my energy meet up with it. And that's why a lot of people don't become wealthy, because their energy don't meet up with it. And keep in mind, money is the lowest vibration.
Right.
Enlightenment is the highest. So now you're looking at people who don't get a lot of money because they don't keep up with it.
And
They can't match it. They can't match
you're
it. You
saying
see
they're
what I'm
praying
saying?
wrong.
They're meditating wrong. Matter of fact, because you might be meditating them, you didn't did something down the way. Your karmic debt is coming back towards you, so you can't get to it actually. So I pretty much I just say like prayer is please, but see, God don't need you to beg Him to do anything because He's already given it to you. He's
No,
waiting
because
on you
he
to
wants you
catch
to
up.
live within I am.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve. You
Yes,
supposed to say you
yes.
deserve.
I deserve.
Like
I
when I
am. I
pray, I
have.
deserve. When
Yeah,
I
and
pray,
that's.
I'm not
Yep.
begging. I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, I deserve. I
You're supposed to
because
be praying to be thankful,
I'm
not
thankful.
asking. Be
Right.
thankful that you already have it. That's prayer, to be
Yeah,
thankful.
appreciate
But
the
people
things
get it
that you
mixed up.
have,
Yeah.
and you'll get more.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
you still when you print, there's nothing wrong saying what you need. That's a lot of things. A lot of people is like you said, begging. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I'm not this is my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, the meditating is always good. Get in your little closet, in your little area, you meditate and you jot down the things that you want.
Mm-hmm.
I think manifestation is real. I do agree with
Absolutely.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And but I do agree with you in regards to begging. Like, no, I feel like you feel like you deserve. You thank him for what you have right now, and
And what's
you
to
know,
come?
and what's to come.
Yeah.
But somebody else might feel something, different.
Mm-hmm.
So I got another question. I want to just say this to everyone that's watching right now. If you got questions about love, your career, your soul purposes, finances, just reach out to Sage, and she gave you her Instagram and her Facebook, and I'm also gonna be doing the same thing. And thank you, Charmaine. She said makes sense. Okay, and I have a question for you, Sage.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual sex, soul ties. Speak on it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm coming with
Right.
questions.
Listen, I tell everybody that you've been married so many times. Stop saying that this is your boyfriend, girlfriend. The day that you laid down with somebody, you became married because your spirits intertwined.
That's why they
So
say
the
you can't be
all
sleeping around with you
you
because you're
cannot,
taking all that. If
all their
they are
trauma, all their trauma,
the
all
trauma, whether
everything.
it's good or bad, is going from
Hmm.
different people. You got to be careful.
But
You got
you're
to be
not
careful with your
you
cookies now.
right. You're not even taking their trauma. You're taking their ancestors' trauma. So whatever they endured, all the way up to the person that you're laying with, you're taking on all of that. So you got to understand that when you go home and you start smacking your lips like the person you've been with for 6 months, that's not just because, that's because you didn't took on their characteristics. You're starting to look like the person you go with. Mm,
That is so fun. Yeah,
characteristics.
yeah. But like, wait a minute. It's starting to look like y'all,
Mm,
like brother, like y'all
brothers
look
and
alike,
sisters, or
like
brothers
y'all
or
been
sisters,
around.
yeah.
Let me ask you a question, and this is my perspective on spiritual sex, soul
Hmm.
ties, and then you let me know. Because I do know soul ties, you have the pros and cons from my
Yes.
perspective. So I'm
Yes.
correct. Okay. So
Yeah.
you agree with that. You have the pros and cons. So
Hmm.
you kind of have like your bad soul ties where you hold on, because I had to, when you're hosting and producing, girl, if you don't have everything like together, like you'll be like been forget. So, with the soul ties, for me, I look at it with how someone makes you feel. And that's the positive soul ties.
Hmm.
You're connected to them. Like, I just feel like I'm so connected to you, like how you meet someone or something like that. But then
That
you
could be a
have,
twin flame.
which is a twin flame. But
Hmm.
then you have like the toxic soul tie, where my perspective would be it's mentally draining.
Karmic.
It's karmic, also physical and health draining,
Hmm.
and it's like a negative effect.
Hmm.
But when I look at the spiritual sex, it's like I'm thinking about when people have sex, they exchange so much energy, and a lot of people don't realize that. And you could get the negative energy, like the emotional trauma, passed around from different
People you've been
individuals.
with.
So
Yeah.
if one guy been with four different women within 1 month, or five different women within 1 month, all those spirit that there's the energy is going from that person to that person. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when someone needs to ask themselves, like, um how is it a mental or spiritual connection? So am I kind of right on the spiritual sex, like on the soul ties, or what's your perspective?
Well, so on the positive side of spiritual sex is you can actually connect with that person, right?
Right.
Especially
That's the
if it's
pro.
your twin flame. Your twin flame will come in like a lightning bolt and leave just as quick, but you're never separated
I think when they do that, they're trying to figure out something. I think
about
when
themselves.
right, and
Hmm.
then and I think sometimes if when that happens, a person has to take control. Well, you can't let that person keep coming in because they trying to come in and see if they could. Maybe you might have helped them get on the way, or maybe they're trying to see if they can get their door still open. Twin
It's a
flames
runner.
could be,
It's a runner and chaser thing.
yeah,
We
it's like a
pray
pro and
that
a con
outside of
behind it.
spirituality, but it's a runner and chaser. And
Yeah.
when your twin flame return, this is what people have to understand. You already made this soul contract. When there's a twin flame, you guys come to this place, and just before you go into conception and be another person in another belly with another
Hmm.
parent, you split in two. You will then for come back together, and the way you know that this is your twin flame is because you'll be like, I know you from somewhere, or I
Yeah.
know you, you know. So that's that. But then you have a karmic relationship, and that is somebody who is here to actually teach you a lesson about what you did. Say you was a player, right? Let's go
Okay.
there.
Let's
You a
go there.
player. You playing all
Let's
these
keep it
women,
one. Yeah. Hmm.
and then all of a sudden you decide with this one, she intrigues you. There's something there. That's because she's been sent there to set you right on your
And
path.
some people use it wrong. A
Hmm.
narcissistic type of person, you are an empath, but you are the natural energy line for them. So when you walk away, they'll never be able to replace you again because you were that main energy that they
Hmm.
needed for a narcissistic. They can
Hmm.
try to replace you 4 or 5 times, but it never will work because you brought a different type energy.
That's a
So
memory tab.
yeah.
It's a memory tab. Yeah. But yeah, just actually having sacral sex is a whole ceremony within itself. People need to realize that just the sexual act itself, it shouldn't be deemed as, ooh girl, I'm a freak and I'm nasty and all this stuff. We can say that all day long, but it's such a natural, beautiful thing that you can exchange energy um intimately and physically to make it a beautiful concept. But some people do it just to be casual. And what they don't realize, they are destroying their lives, because every time you walk away from me, you're taking a little bit of me and then you leaving some dark energy on me,
So they
which
don't need to be
affects
joking
your.
around saying I snatched his soul.
Oh, I used to say that too.
And
Guaranteed.
I give it back to you when I'm ready.
Hey, no. Listen, if I knew what I knew now, I would never even played around with that. Snatching a
Right.
soul is something that you're keeping. That person never goes anywhere. That person will stalk you to death.
Yeah, you
So
don't want that.
listen, give it
Child, you
back to
don't
him.
want that. You can
Give it
go on
back.
about your business.
Give it back. I done had a gun put up to me. Give it back. He can have it. Here you go. That's you.
Yeah,
That's all you. Yeah.
yeah, I'm not with it. You got it. So, I guess the next thing I want to ask you, um, how do you decode the zodiacs? Let's talk about the astrology. Like, I'm
Lord.
not big on astrology, but I have a lot of people that I'm like girls that I'm cool, like people that I know. And I have
Hmm.
one person that I know that, oh my gosh, oh, if somebody walked through the door, I'm telling you, that's an Aries or that's a Gemini or that's a Scorpio, and it'd be so funny because sometimes it don't be right, but she really bases her relationships on the astrology. Where me, I'm quick to say, listen, I'm not judging nobody on their astrology, on their sign, and the
Hmm.
reason why you can meet a nice um, a nice Sagittarius. You can meet a nice. Now I will say for whatever reason, I do notice that like Gemini's, me and Gemini's get along very well. I do notice that. And I have a couple other signs, Aries, and Sagittarius. However, if I was a judge, a Sag with previous situation, I wouldn't talk to people. But I know someone that's like, oh, leave that Scorpio alone. Scorpios is this, and and Taurus is this, and I'm like, really? So are you like that too? Say
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, and I didn't even really realize the secret to this until I heard this song by this man. I still don't know his name. He said there is only 12 people on Earth at one time. 12. We
for the
all,
signs.
for the signs, only 12 people on Earth at one time. That's the most powerful thing I have ever heard, because regardless
Never looked at it
of
like
a
that.
healed Scorpio or an unhealed Scorpio, their characteristics are the same. They still have that abandonment issues, but signs are meant to link up to teach you about yourself. I have dated numerous of Scorpios who have sat in my face and I look at them like, I can't stand you. But you know what? I couldn't stand my damn self because they were teaching me about me. So signs are here for a reason. Whatever sign you don't like is here to teach you a reason. And once you figure it out, you adore that
You
sign.
adore.
You adore that sign, right? I have, listen, everybody is the same, healed and unhealed, unfortunately.
Okay.
So
So
you
what
just
about in regards with the numbers? So when you're, because if you're talking about the signs
mhm.
and you're saying that you're connected some kind of way, how about you got those numbers, whether it's like the one, the four ones or the three ones or the four twos? Do
Synchronicity.
you
Synchronicities
talk
are
about that?
the 444 222 111. Okay, so
Hmm.
those are all signs. I get them all the time,
Okay.
all through the day, every day. And it's usually, I'll tell you this, usually when you see that, I want you to stop and think about what you were thinking about, because that's somebody, that's the spirit telling you this is what you need to look up, because this is about the situation. I always get 10 10 12 12. I get 4 4 2 2 11 11 all the time. So I always stop what I'm doing and see what that is. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's
No,
important
I agree.
that you, you know, you,
I do pay attention to the numbers because
mhm.
I
Oh,
do.
please do.
Yeah, I do.
Please
Like
do.
I know a certain numbers that I always get, and I'm just like, okay, I always get some certain numbers. I'm not gonna
Mine's
say the
is,
numbers that I want, but I always get a certain batch of numbers, and it's
mhm.
always at like a certain time. And I'm like, wow. And I'm like, you know what?
That person might be
I ain't
thinking
gonna
about
lie. I go
you.
play the lottery.
Somebody thinking about you at that time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and it's those times. It's just like, okay, yeah,
Hmm.
we
I
not
used to
going
have
back.
a partner. I knew that when she was getting ready to call, because a Shanika C number would pop up, I'd be like, "Oh, she's getting ready to call." Ding!
And call.
Hey, and I was just like, "Yeah, I'm not crazy. Now I get it." You see what I'm saying? But the one sign that I'm always looking at, I want everybody to pay attention, is 555.
What's up with 555?
That means change. That means expansion. And when you see that, you do know that something's about to change in your life. 999 is the completion of something.
Okay.
So, and also for those who do the number thing,
Hmm.
there is no number. There is no number 10. There's nothing go past actually zero. There's no real numbers.
Right.
Mm-mm. So we've been
What
once
about
again.
444? Because I thought 444 was like a huge change. So you said 555. I thought 444 was a
Oh
huge
no,
change. So is 444
555 is,
a huge
so let
change
me, I'm
also?
giving you the positives of 555. 555 is change, expansion, chaos. Chaos starts expansion because you're going to become aware. Self-awareness is the biggest thing that you could ever do for yourself. But
Okay.
555 is chaos, conflict. Also, watch who you standing around when that number comes up, or who you're thinking about. See what I'm saying? So that's an important number to really, and one, of course, is naturally new beginnings. One is always a beautiful number.
Right. So
Hmm.
when with 444, I always thought it was like huge changes, trust the transition, and the highest good.
It
Is
is.
that okay?
It
All
is. It
right.
is. But 555 is expansion from the chaos that is about to come and change your life.
So you don't
So
know
I
if it,
tell,
you
we don't
tell
know if it's
people.
good or bad. It could be
Oh
you
yeah.
could win a lottery. It's going to change your life. It's expansion. Or you can just get in. You know, you're going to have something going on because somebody's about to betray you. That can change your life as well. I just tell everybody to look for that. And if you ever pick up a tarot
And
card,
betrayal is I don't play around with those cards, but speak on it.
I'll play with that. Listen, they said don't play around
Tell
with
them
Ouija
about the
boards,
tarot
okay?
cards because I know people are like tuning. They want to know, and they need to go ahead. They can reach out to you because this is what
Yeah,
the interview is about for you to
yeah,
brand yourself and speak about your journey. So
yeah.
speak on it. Let's go.
Well,
Let's talk.
the tarot cards. Everybody gets scared of tarot cards. Tarot cards was actually
I'm not afraid of it. I just love my
okay.
Bible.
I mean, I want see we see this is not long enough for me to go in and tap into what we're talking
Girl,
about
I
when it
know we
comes
need
down to the
two,
Bible.
3 hours,
We'd be here all day.
but
But I
I
will
want
say
you to have the floor. Do what you need to do to get your
tarot
word
cards
out.
is not bad. Tarot cards, like I said, is a guidance, not a blueprint. They become bad when you become fanatic. And I will stop reading you if you come to me more than 3 times if you come to me twice in a month, back to back, I will not read you. I will tell you that I no longer have, I'm not reading your energy. I'm reading your frustration now. And it's important to read your energy. That's why when I do readings, I go home, I take a shower. I don't eat that much or I don't eat at all. I
Because you
meditate.
drain.
It
You
drains you right after. It drains you right after. And people have to understand that. So when you get a reading from a person like me, please understand, be on time. Don't be in the background with the kids hollering. I don't play trap
that's too
music.
much. Because
I don't play trap music because I don't understand who we're talking to when we're playing trap music doing tarot cards.
you don't really understand.
Spirit don't want to talk to you while you talking about shooting up somebody. Okay.
Right. Come to you
Um,
with some positive, some good energy, so you can get a true reading.
yes, I'll even make my query if they're with it to meditate with me so that we'll have a clear mind, right?
Okay.
I do the pendulum. Lots of people like to stray away from the pendulum. They get nervous. But I do runes as well. I also do my own tarot cards. I actually would do those, put them on altar, bless them, because see you're only shifting. You're shuffling the cards and you're asking spirit to throw the card out. And if the card is thrown out, whatever you put on there, it's meant for you.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Tarot readers, not for everybody, but for myself,
Mhm.
I do not charge for those. You bless my ashe where you see fit. If you
What is
give
the
me
O'Shea
50 cents,
for
ashe
people that
is
donate?
power.
It's
Ashe is
power.
power.
Okay.
Like when we say amen, you know what I'm saying? You're
Okay.
really, that's power, right? You're closing off your prayer with amen, as above, as so it is below. So we say ashe. My ashe, my power, my gifts that was
Mhm.
given to me should not
Mhm.
be bought. It should be respectfully saying, I thank you. Here's a donation. And here's where we have the problem that's going to kill you, right? You ready? A lot
I'm
of people don't
listening.
know how to donate. They don't know how to donate.
And
Their heart don't know how to do
right.
it.
And I think because they're just like,
What do you mean? Give me a price. No, no, no.
you have to
Whatever.
donate. And I'm glad
Yeah.
you said that, because years ago I met one person, and they was talking about what you're talking about right now, and it was
Hmm.
like, you can't charge, you don't supposed to charge, you can accept donations. She said, but you don't supposed to use your gift to charge and put a number on it.
Hmm.
And I but so I guess that's why it's such a controversial topic, because some people do charge. But I'm listening to you saying, like, I'm not going to tell you, you donate, you feel, give me what you think I'm worth.
Yep. Give me what you
That's
think
what you tell
reading
them.
helped you. If this reading resonated with you, and sometimes I want people to understand because a tarot reader will tell you something, be like, "Oh, that don't resonate. I don't remember that." Catch it down the street, catch it a couple of months or a week, you'll be like, "That's it," because it's confirming what you already know. And you at this point, you sometimes you be so hyped up and so excited, you don't even pay attention to what the person is saying. This can mean down the road, few minutes, and it's fluid. Energy is fluid.
And see, I guess with me, because I know I was born with my own gifts, and
Hmm.
I pay attention to my intuition now, and I
Please do.
meditate. I meditate a lot. Oh yes, I have my own gifts, and but I'm in my Bible, so
Hmm.
when I'm always within my word, and it's no disrespect to what you're doing. We're maybe doing similar things, but we just do it different.
We do.
And but I'm really big on energy. Like, I could read someone and know that it's not good, is bad.
Hmm.
I meditate a lot. I read my Bible, I read my scriptures, you know, and I do believe in regards to, like, the energy, and in regards to just the intuition. And I know, like, even when I was younger, if I didn't listen to my intuition, I'd be like, why? It gave me the sign, it told
It
me that,
told you what to do.
but no, I had to be hard headed, and I'm like, wow, like, so now I don't play about it. Like, even with my kids, they be like, sometimes they won't even say it because they be like, "Mama gonna say this," and she gonna say, "I told you so." Because mamas know best, grandmamas know best. And it's because some people don't pay attention. It's like go back to what you said in the beginning of the show. You said that everyone is born with their own veil, but I look at it in regards to your own gifts, like an intuition,
Mhm.
and you need to pay attention to it
Mhm.
because you can prevent a lot of things, certain things. So I do understand that. I don't do the tarot readings. Not that I just don't believe in it. I believe in what I believe in regards to my own meditation and from
Mhm.
what I feel.
Mhm.
Now, I could be around, I could tell you about a person and I know like I can see it, but I just don't do it I don't I guess because I'm in tune with myself, like because from just, I think because I have a relationship. I'm not gonna say in regards to like the religion or
Mhm.
spiritual part. I think because I have a relationship with God, with
Mhm.
with Jesus, with Jehovah. I have a relationship, and you have a relationship. So you believe in God, but when people hear of witch, like if I hadn't talked to you and got to understand it, and I'm glad you live in the way you want to live, and I think that's important for people to live the way they want to live so they're happy with their
Mhm.
own beliefs. You can't judge anyone. I'm really big on you can't judge anyone because who are we to judge?
Mhm.
I you just listening to you, I've learned a lot because you think of somebody just saying witch, like okay, but it's like you said, some people be up to no good. They have not got healed,
Mhm.
but I just
That,
feel like with
that's no different than
My
a
God
pastor.
got me.
It's no
Huh?
different than a pastor. It's no different than a pastor. Good pastor, bad pastor.
No,
Good witch,
manifestation
bad
is not a
witch.
bad thing. So someone just Charmaine just said is manifestation a bad thing? I'm putting it across the screen. If Charmaine, you're listening, manifestation is not a bad thing. I don't know why your friend told you that. Whoever that friend is, get rid of them. Run.
Fast.
They're
Because
not a
you
friend.
manifest when you don't even think you're manifesting.
Wow, why would someone, I guess that's someone that don't want you to prosper. Because why would you tell someone that manifestation is a bad thing? So, Charmaine, if you're watching, manifestation, okay, from my
This is
perspective,
a whole nother show.
yeah, from my perspective, manifestation is powerful. You want to manifestate what you want. Like, why would someone tell me? I think if someone told me stop, meditating or, like manifestation, you think about a visionary board. You write down things that you want to
You're
accomplish.
manifesting. When you
Why
when
would
you
somebody? And here it is again for my viewers. No, that's not. What's your perspective? My perspective, no. What you say?
No, manifestation is the most beautiful thing that you can ever do. You do it while you sleep. You do it while you're talking to somebody. Your other brain is thinking about this and it comes to you. When you're thinking about people and they call you, that's a manifesto. They've called you
Yes.
because you're
I'm
thinking about
glad you do it all
it.
the
So
time, Charmaine. Continue doing it. From my perspective, do it. If you have family members, man, I tell anybody manifest. You better have believe in manifestation. Like
that's that's wild.
I
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that before. I
That's wild.
wonder. That's weird to me. Why would someone say?
Because they probably was manifesting something wrong because manifestation comes to you faster when you say what you don't want.
So they was doing it wrong. They're not. They're not. They. That's not good
There's
energy.
a very wrong way to do manifestation because see, if the more you put out that you don't want something, the more the universe is going to be like, oh, she wants it, she wants it, she wants it. So just say you don't want no money and so it can come to you faster.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you what's so
I don't
funny.
want money.
My granddaughter is 6 years old. I never tell, and it's so funny when she first started, getting up the age to understand, because I have like real conversations with her about life,
Mhm.
right? And in regards like with education, your finances. So one day, it's so funny because her mother would use her to get to me to get some money. She don't ask for $5, say she don't ask for a dollar. She'll say, Grandma, I need $20. What do you need $20 for? Your mama want $20. You
Right.
don't need $20. So this, in regards to manifestation and saying how you just said, don't say you don't have. I said, on me within cash, because who carries cash? So I was like, I
Look
could
at
give you
you.
$5. She said,
Right.
but you got money. I know you have it. I know you have it. And I'm just like, she's 6. I was like, I don't have it. I said, well, stop. It's not that I don't have it. I always say it's circulating right now. So I tell her it's
Mm-hmm.
circulating right now. And she pays attention and she says, what is circulating? What is circulating, grandma? What is circulating? Do you have it? You, I don't understand what is circulating. I said circulating meaning is going through the account right now. It's
Right.
gonna post
It's
very,
going
very,
around.
very
It's
soon, right? It's
building.
circulating.
It's
So she
building.
was just like, so it's circulating. I said, yeah, your money is circulating right now too. You're gonna be a millionaire. Your money is circulating right
It's
now too.
circulating.
And she's just like, because you're gonna have millions and thousands of dollars, grandma. Your show, she always said, your show is going.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be big with your show, and then you can buy me everything that I want. That's what she says.
Manifesto.
So she's manifesting like I
Mm-hmm.
tell her, you speak what you want,
Mm-hmm.
write down what you want. I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
her that now, like, this is what you deserve. Now you have to have integrity and have compassion, and you know, but I don't know why someone would say don't do that. Like, I
That's
guess.
different. That would be interesting to hear why they had, why they would have made that statement about not doing it, because I'm sure they had their reason. They probably manifested something that was not correct or wrong and it came to them differently, or they manifested something and they thought it was going to be one way. You have to be really careful with manifestation, because asking the universe not specifically, you'll get half of it.
Yeah, you have
Or
to be specific about
yeah,
what you
you
want,
have.
what you're trying to accomplish. It's like a short-term goal.
Mhm.
Like, whether a short-term or long-term goal, you have to be specific. You're right.
Right.
We got some
Absolutely.
new viewers on right now. So just to kind of piggyback on what you said earlier on when we was talking
Hmm.
about soul ties, I wanted to play your video.
So, I'm gearing up for tonight's discussion. So you think you're free. Soul ties. What have I told you? That your soulmates, your twin flame, your contracts were all predestined before you were born. And guess who made the contract? Guess who pulled yourself in? You! What if I told you this? Would you believe it? Did you believe, or would you believe that you were here before? Listen, I have my own personal story. I want you to tune in tonight from 8 to 10. Your radio cast. It's right here. We'll have a special guest, and we got the readings to do. So I want you to tune in so you can get all of this spiritual tea. Okay? See you there.
So to my viewers that's watching also, Sage Marie Blue is also a podcaster. She hosts her own podcast show. So we was talking about soul ties earlier, and what made me go to that video because you just said contract. So I thought about that video. So explain all that to me, and congratulations on your
So
podcast too.
thank you. Um, the bump contract, the
What's the
karmic
bump?
contract, the soul, those are basically okay. So I want everybody to understand that there are soulmates. You're gonna have a lot of them, a
Hmm.
lot of soulmates, and soulmates come to teach you about your soul, to align your soul and your spirit so that you get on the right path. Because you didn't come here to twerk, you didn't come here to buy no bag or get your hair and nails done like we
Right.
always do. You really came in here to heal other people and to love other people, because that's the way the earth is supposed to be,
Right.
loving and healing each other.
And then
So
you saying being reborn that you was already here prior before. It's
yeah,
funny you
but
said that
you
because
came back and was like, okay, I'm gonna do this and do this and do that, right? Cool, good. All right, I'm going back straight up. I'm out, right?
and you
So you
come back
go
in a
back,
whole different, so
right,
you believe it whole different. And
whole
it's
different
funny because
person.
I've had situations where like babies like, were you here before? Like,
And they were here before. Like I
I
say,
tell
when
my
you get the
granddaughter that
opportunity
my
to
new
come back,
grandbaby, she's been walking since she was 9 months, 10 months. I'm like, wait a minute, like, okay, mama, like, oh, you come in, you've been here before. Like, what are you doing
yeah,
walking in 9 months?
right. When they're articulate and they do smart things, and you're just like, how's this baby? Don't even question it anymore. Because you can say something and then watch a baby turn around and look at you. That is a person who's been here before. Their head, the babies are not even born with their eyes closed anymore. They're coming out with their eyes
I
open.
think this new generation of is a whole different ball game. Like they're coming out doing mathematics and stuff like that. They
Hey, they're gonna be on skateboards, say COVID babies. So
Yeah, they
okay.
like you think about the kids in this generation. When our kids was young, we could take outside away. They don't
Mm-hmm.
care about outside. They care
No,
about Instagram and TikTok and
no.
social
We need,
media.
but we do need to get our kids outside. The vitamin D is important to
Oh, I
us.
push mines.
Go outside and stand outside just a little bit. Just a
But
little
you
bit.
need it is very important. My
Mm-hmm.
perspective, I feel like it's very important. Even working from home, I'm always going out, and I think sitting in the car is like therapy. Like I'll just go.
I think about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour sitting in my car getting some sun. But yeah,
I
those
do the same thing, and it's why you in the car. It's therapy for me. I'm soaking up some sun. Like I'm in a
get
whole
out
different
there.
environment. Sometimes I don't even answer my phone. You just want to just like no, for real, because your phone will ring, 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 and you're trying to
It's
whether
a
you're just
distraction.
yeah, it's a distraction, and I be
Hmm.
wondering like, okay, like it goes back like what you said, like in regards to the soul ties, whether because you have the pros and the cons, or your intuition. You know
Hmm.
how just say like I could have been thinking about you, and then you call.
Hmm. Yep. Or that's a manifestation. That's like I said. Sometimes you can call in things and people and places that you didn't mean to because you didn't properly execute your manifestation properly to the universe. And the universe is always listening. The universe is going to match you dollar from dollar, baby. It's a 401k plan. Understand? So whatever you put out there, it's going to match you. If you're wondering why you keep running into the same people over and over again, it's because it's something in you that is pulling. It's a magnet, like for like. And it ain't Facebook. It's real life stuff out here. So you have to make sure whatever's in you comes out. Somebody tells you something that criticizes you, don't get angry, get curious. Why did
Yeah,
that person say I was selfish? I need to check that out because you're going to pull in a selfish person and there's your soulmate, there's your karmic relationship, your bump contract, right? So like they used to
but
say,
can it be also someone could be just saying that, just like how the person just told her in regards to don't manifestate? That's not good. Can it be sometimes someone could be just saying it, just being evil because they didn't get what they wanted?
they're just not healed. It is. It's always going to be somebody out there. There's going to be somebody out there that listen to the show and go and find, oh, I refute that. Well, we're not here to argue about that because everybody has their own personal journey,
Right.
right?
Let me ask you a quick question, because
Hmm.
at the time I want to ask you a quick question.
Hmm.
This is this young man online. His name is Luke Ismac, and
Hmm.
um, he's doing a lot of good in regards to kind of like what you're saying. He says he practices what people don't tell you about doing the deep inner work and what is it? Personal development. Can you speak on that personal development and what is that? Because like with this man, Luke is Lukismac, and he
Hmm.
actually healed Travis Barker. Travis Barker just got married to the Kardashian, what is it, Courtney,
Courtney,
and
yes.
right, and he talked about in regards he worked with him in regards to just different lessons. He also speaks about I hear the whispers of my ancestors and reminding me of my soul mission and my birthright to bring my dreams into reality. What is that?
He is tapped into his higher self. So you can go nowhere, anywhere without yourself. So what he is doing is what he may have did and what he has done. I'm gonna say may he helped him work on his shadow work. We have a shadow. You see it every day when you walk, but this is his higher self shadow. This is the dark side that nobody wants to talk about, nobody wants to deal with. We all go through the dark night of soul, and that's when you start your spiritual journey. That is a let me say
He said that he said that you got to follow him on social media. He said that
yeah,
but he said he's such a better person now,
he
and
is
like
the
his
best.
page, he has so much good content.
Hmm.
Like he's just healing people from whatever pain they've been through. It seemed like
Hmm.
I really don't know. That's just my perspective, and he's showing people how to like turn the focus around and how to align everyone for a new chapter.
Yeah, you have to dig deep. Your shadow work. You have to go through the dark night of soul. You have to heal the most important person in the world. That's your inner child. That's
Yeah.
your inner child is always watching you.
He
So if you
said that
can't,
too. He said to surrender yourselves
hmm
because you might have to let go of the old to come back and be back with new.
yeah, and when you come back with new, you'll see that you don't have the same friends. You don't even have the taste for the same foods anymore because it's a new you. But people still try to pull the old version in, every now and then. You just have to remind
Yeah,
them that,
that's why I be like, don't leave that person in the closet. You do not
yeah,
want her to come. Let her stay over there.
right,
So I got a couple more
amazing.
things. Okay, so Charmaine also said the reason he said that, I just put it across the screen. He said he manifested money. This is from Charmaine. He said he manifested money and wealth. He had all kind of things. He lost it all. So he told me to be careful about what I manifest. That's still no reason for you not to manifest. Like, so
Well, let's look at it. He manifested money.
maybe he didn't but it goes by what we just talked about. You gotta be specific
Specific.
and be careful about what you ask for. But just because you listen, this is where I believe. This is my perspective. I'm only going to speak about my walk, my journey. And you think about Tyler Perry. Look what he lost and came back. He's a billionaire right now. For
Hmm.
what, 15, 18 years this man was homeless. He had a dream, he had a vision. If he had stopped manifesting things because he lost everything, where would he be at? You know how many times you might walk 5 feet forward and you get smacked down. Why would you quit? You gonna sometimes you take challenges where you have to start over. I've had to start over my whole career, my life, and just like everything be smooth and be like, they gotta start over again. Well, I ain't quitting because quitters don't win.
Well, you also got to look at the element of how he was manifesting his money and wealth. Were you doing it with vindictive heart? None. If you don't have a pure heart, you can't trick God. That's universe. You cannot trick God because God already know. So if you're talking to him and you're saying, "I want this," but you have a plan to destroy them, you think he gonna give it to you? You think it's
Or
coming?
it could have been, or from my perspective, I feel like when you think about, you know, like 50 Cent, I follow him. He's such an inspiration.
Hmm.
And I just think when you think about from someone from the streets or just someone that's always had money, I feel like I've been up and I've been down. I've been up and I've been down. Who hasn't been up and down? Like it happens.
Hmm.
And some of the time it doesn't mean that you did something wrong. It's life. It's like a chess game. It's life, but you can't, you know, life is very serious. Life is, you have challenges, ups and downs. That's what I he might have had a whole bunch of money, but if you when you touch money, you can touch it again. From where I'm from, you if you touched $1 million,
He touched it.
you
He
can
just
get it
probably,
back again.
yeah. We all have touched $1 million. We
Yeah,
just see it in one place.
right.
But yeah, that manifestation probably went wrong for several reasons, and it would be hard to find out why unless we had a conversation with him too.
Well, maybe she can have him. Maybe he might be in your DM or your Facebook soon. Because we got some viewers, people watching, so you know how people move quiet. So I'm quite sure there's a lot of curious people that's gonna be reaching out to you. I also got this video that I want to play, and I just want you to explain this video to
Okay,
me.
sure.
So all those millions of witches who were burned are just those women who exhibited certain qualities which did not fit into the logic of that society. So we need
What was that about?
Basically, just saying that witches were in the beginning before. I hate to. I wish I can say this really, really calm without offending people. But before Christopher Lie
But
came
just say it
over,
respectfully. But
respectfully,
your
before
perspective.
Christopher Lie, Columbus Lie came over, there was spirituality, and then there was witches, Wiccas, witch doctors. They exuded love,
Killers.
healers. They exuded love. But see, we didn't have to have this modern day medicine. So now, not only did we heal the body, we healed the soul and spirit. The world is going crazy. So now they're
Yeah, the world
asking
is
all
crazy.
witches to come out the broom closet and do what you do to exude love again. So the world again can be peaceful. Because before the gunpowder, before the wars, before the strangulation of Black people, there was love. There's no more.
Right.
We can't be safe in grocery stores, churches, schools,
It's just there's always
anywhere.
something going on.
Right.
It's like the world is hurting. Like what is going on? Like it's just it's something.
Oh yeah,
So
it's changing. We see the bad, but there's good in that because with the bad comes good, yin yang, right? So right now
right.
the world is turned upside down. People are going crazy. There's an agenda. Okay, let me tell you that. And we can
Okay.
conspiracy all day, but there's an agenda. The world has to get so screwed up that people don't want to do nothing but love each other. It's coming. We're in
Yeah,
trouble,
we need.
but it's coming. Because at the
So
end of
you
the
said
day,
we're in trouble. That means
we're in trouble. This is not over by yet, not by far. All the gun violence, all of the racism and things of that nature. We have to get worse before it gets better. In your Bible, it says there's paradise, but see, paradise is already here. We just have to
right.
figure it out how to love each other right. That's
Yeah.
it.
And just to go in regards to paradise having to go somewhere, I want to enjoy paradise here and enjoy paradise there. Like I want to have my riches here. I'm
You
different with mines.
right,
Like
right.
I don't no, I don't have to go away to be rich.
No,
I want to
no.
be rich here and enjoy the wealth just like everybody enjoy the wealth, but I still want to have I'm going to have my integrity and compassion,
Hmm.
and have character, characteristic by doing it. But no,
Hmm.
baby, I want to be wealthy here.
You want to be wealthy here. You're going to be
And then
wealthy
when it's
here.
time for me to go to paradise,
You're going to be
I'm
wealthy
wealthy
there
there.
too.
Yeah,
As above
I
is so it is
deserve
below.
that.
Hmm.
I'm a good person. I deserve that. Like
You'll get it. You'll get
yeah,
it.
I treat people the way I want to be treated. So like, but yeah, I do know what you're saying when in regards to like certain scriptures and people say like, well, no, you can't get the paradise. You gotta leave to get the paradise. No, I want to have my little paradise in my own little circle, like how you got your own little area. I'm gonna worry about me
You
and
can
try
go
to.
to paradise at any time. At any time, you can go to paradise.
Yeah,
That
like
is your higher
you
self.
mean I gotta
At
leave for
any time.
good to see paradise?
No, you don't have to die
No, no,
to
no. I'm
enjoy
saying you
paradise.
know how some people say that they be like,
Yeah.
it's no paradise here.
Oh,
Okay.
it's definitely paradise here.
She said, yeah, he did do it with greed. Yeah, something was wrong about that. And I would say,
All big.
Charmaine, let him know, speak life into him. He seemed like he's very down. Speak
Yeah.
positivity into him. Speak life, Charmaine, and let him know that people lose money all the time. Like, but the fact that he had money and can
And
say he had it and lost it, he can get it back again. He just gotta, you know, everybody, you lose a job and you have to change your whole life. How many people have lost jobs and it's so many millionaires right now lost jobs and lost everything, had to be homeless and come back and then they got seven figures, so speak life into him, Charmaine. He needs to have someone positive around him like you. He seemed like he's probably, to me, my perspective, he seemed like his energy is weak, maybe. He probably needs you to lift him up and speak life into him. What you feel? What do you think, Sage?
I think he needs to clear his karmic background. It seemed like something came back and got him. That's all. His karmic debt. We all have a debt. Just like they say that. And the funny thing about it, I want y'all to pay attention to how it all got into a book or into regulations that 7 years before your debt is clear physically, your debt, and with your body spiritually. Y'all don't think that's a coincidence? Somebody took it from somebody who it belonged to. seven
Yeah.
years, these people are saying your debt is clear. 7 years,
On
when
your
you lay down
credit,
with
like
somebody spiritually, that body is going off of you. We need to start thinking how our stuff was taken and it's used against us in physical regulation right now. Credit, 7 years, bankruptcy. And when all actuality, that was taken
three
from
to five
something.
years. Like
There
it's
you go.
just,
There you go.
it's like you mean to tell me you gotta
Hmm.
wait. Did Trump
Clear
had to
your
wait that
karmic
long
debt.
when he did it over and over and over and over again? Shoot, live like him. Shoot.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
Hmm.
about trauma identity. Do you think that the person that she's talking to maybe is dealing with some type trauma identity right now?
It's not even thinking. They're
Yeah.
coming off with manifestation as being negative, and that's just a projection of themselves. So telling her is his projection jumping off on her, like, oh, you shouldn't do that, this and that. When in all actuality, he's hurt from maybe how he actually had a mindset about money. So you can't get to money if your mindset is all messed up. See, us as
Yes.
African Americans, we were taught that you can't have that McDonald's because we can't afford it, and you
Yeah.
took that
You
with you.
and you got to be careful with your words. Stop saying you can't afford it.
That's
That's
why
why
it's
I'm
called
telling you.
spell lean.
Yeah. Stop saying you broke. Like I tell people around me, don't come
It's
around me saying
circulating,
I'm broke.
circulating.
You better say it's circulating.
And when
I got
somebody
my
say,
6-year-old
"Look,
saying that right now. She's saying that.
it's
She,
circulating," the
it's
money
circulating because
it's
you want it to
going
come
around in
back
circles. Yeah,
around. Oh, it's
building,
circulate. It'll be
building.
circulating in the account very soon.
Yeah,
It's just
it's gonna
circulating.
land.
I just don't. I agree with you about words, and I've always been really big. Like even when I catch myself, I correct myself. You know, so I agree with you about that. In regards to that. So just to do a quick recap on everybody on everything, everyone, you are tuned in to Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. We went over an hour. I say you see how quick it could be. Um, I'm gonna let everyone know who I am interviewing again tonight. And you can follow her on Instagram and Facebook. This is Sage Marie Blue. And Sage, what's up about your book? Let's talk about your book, Vampires.
Oh, that is look. That book is. I'm into vampires. Okay, even though I'm a witch, I'm into
There's
vampires.
your book. Congratulations.
Thank you. I published that book on my grandmother's birthday. Um, and it's going to do a relaunch. It's a trilogy. It's about a family in Spain, and it's got so many twists and turns. I actually let my reader develop their own details of what the person may look like. You'll never read a detail about anybody. It's going to be your own imagination. They could be black, white, purple, green, polka dot,
Mm,
but it's going to be your own imagination.
that's
You know,
intriguing.
most readers want you to focus on what they look like, but you get the opportunity, and it's an easy read. It's on Amazon.
I
You
was
get
just
the
gonna ask you where can they
opportunity.
buy that?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
on Amazon right now, paperback, ebook, all that good stuff, audio, and it's a great read. It's one that you won't put down. I promise you. I was
Okay.
just writing one day, bored at work, and came up with all these characters in my head. They was just spewing out. And I came with this book called Night Deliveries, The Seduction. So this is a seduction of a family lineage. How this one young lady, well, two young ladies, they're twins, I'll give you that,
Okay.
became so very powerful in their family. And how their father, oh, you got to read. It's about vampires, love, has a little
That's why
LGBTQIPIG
you
in
say I've
there.
been bit by a vampire because I still look the same like
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. Marcus probably was your father.
Yeah, look, I hope I can look. Let me stay as young as possible. I feel like I feel old, but I take that as a compliment. Thank you so much. I don't know.
You're
I don't think
welcome.
one bit me.
I mean, you still floating around here, so I don't know, girl.
Yeah.
You know.
But you guys, you are tuned into Unfiltered with Faith Adorn. We're here every Thursday at 9 p.m. We have a new segment every week, Thursdays at 9 p.m. Now, Sage, before you leave, I do a quick segment where I take a motivational video. The one that we just watched was something in regards to what we're talking about today. But I always have something that's something totally different. And then I ask you to give me your perspective on it.
Hmm.
But I think this would be perfect, especially for what Charmaine just asked about. Here we
When
go.
you down bad, you really find out who in your corner. See, everybody talk that loyal shit. When it's time to be loyal, everybody disappear.
Just a little quick. Running. What are you feeling? What's your perspective in regards to that clip? That's from Meek Mills in regards. I think that was perfect.
You got to recap that one more time because I barely
Okay.
heard on the other end.
When you down bad, you really find out who in your corner. See, everybody talk that loyal shit. When it's time to be loyal, everybody disappear.
Mm,
Made you think,
mm,
right? With chills, like, wow.
mm. You absolutely right. let me say this in the most respectful way. Let me give an example of what we're doing now as Black women, Black entrepreneurs.
Yes.
We got friends who are
Yes.
only friends when it benefit us. And when we look for them to be a friend, they're not
Hey,
there.
they're not
Like,
there.
share, comment will get me where I need to get. And I want to tell everybody, if you're listening, tell a friend that if you bless me, I'm blessing you. Don't be scared of the blessing. And that's
Why
the
do they feel
problem.
like it? It's crazy because it's like they feel like I can't let her make it or I can't let him make it because they're gonna forget me. No,
It's
let me
not
get
that.
to where I'm at. And it's funny you say a like or share. That's all like it all that can make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think about like the people that stayed in my DM and people that I knew that you tell me share something or like something, I don't care. It's just
Right.
a like or a share. We're cool. I like a share. I don't. If you blow up, you blow up. What's meant for you is meant for you. Don't think because you're not sharing my content or you're not, like I'm not gonna succeed. No. Now
You're still going to succeed.
I'm
You're still.
still going to succeed. I'm destined. I
Mm-hmm.
deserve to. I'm
Mm-hmm.
destined. Like I'm very careful. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just like I don't know why. And when I thought about that video, I said, and it's so crazy, like what Charmaine had just posted in her chat. I feel like he's dealing with a lot of trauma. Like you said, he's been through a lot. Maybe he manifested it wrong. I don't know what he might have did, but for him to say, "Don't manifest it, don't do that," because you could do like it's not a good thing. No, because you think about what Meek Mill said. Sometimes people are not there for you. They're only there for you when they need you.
Mm-hmm.
They want stipulations on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you, when those type people walk away, be glad they're gone.
Right.
So then when you get it
Don't
back,
even pull them back. Don't even pull them back. Let them go.
let them go. Let
Let
them
them
go.
go.
So
Yep.
everyone, you guys, you are tuned in to Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. I appreciate everybody watching tonight. We had a really great episode. It was very intriguing. I feel like I learned a lot in regards to your walk and your journey. And it's good to know, like, so you guys don't get nervous when you see which blue. It's not a bad thing. Speaking on, give them a little quick bio about you, Sage, so they know how to reach out to you and just everything that you specialize in.
Okay.
Um,
Well, you can reach me on Instagram under Witch Blue. That's WITCH Blue BLEU. I made it simple because it wasn't my whole entire name. I do tarot, runes, um, pendulum. I don't do the Ouija board. I don't play around.
I'm glad you said it because I was going to ask you about that. I'm glad you
Don't mess.
said it.
I don't know. Hey, listen. Don't even
Thank
talk
you.
about it. Don't even
Whew.
talk about it. I don't mess with that. Um, Listen, I'm getting into palmistry. I'm learning palmistry now. I can detect a lot with your handwriting. I'm a spiritualist. I
Hold
do
on. What can
the
you detect
counseling.
with somebody's handwriting?
Mm-hmm. About the way that they write, you can actually tell how a person's personality is by through their writing.
So if somebody write like a doctor, what does that mean?
Mm. Child, all type of trauma. It ain't. If you're not a doctor, all type of trauma. But I've done that. I'm now going to be specializing, well, learning palmistry, which is pretty much easy. Um,
So do
Also,
you
I do.
believe in that when they said like what is it? It says a letter right there or in your hand.
Oh,
I don't. I think that's I
I
don't know.
do believe when it come down to those toes on your feet, and one of them longer than the other, she crazy, run. But I believe that.
I feel
Um,
sorry for the ones that got those messed up toes and stuff
you
like
know
that.
what? I'm not
Like,
dealing with you today. I'm not dealing with you today. But you can always call. You can always get in touch with me with spiritual counseling. I do. When you do come to me for spiritual counseling, I am going to say that signing up with me is going to devote you on 8 weeks. 8 to 10 weeks. Don't just be coming when you feel good. Oh, now I got him back in my life, that you don't want to talk about it anymore. You
so
know what I'm
people reach
saying?
out to you, Sage, because I just heard you
Hmm.
say about, oh, I got him back in my life.
Hmm.
So people reach out to you to to connect back with a relationship. Say like, so women actually will reach out to you, like say if a guy left them or whatever, they want a
Hmm.
guy back. But isn't that
No,
a
no.
bad thing? But that's a bad thing because then
Mm-mm.
you don't want him to come back on. I would want someone to come back in my life on their own.
They don't reach out to me to get them back. They reach out to me to heal themselves. I'm not concerned about your relationship. I'm concerned
Okay, that's
about
good.
you.
So,
And
but it
when I
is
get
people that do it the
you
wrong way like that.
right, when I get you in line to walk away, to say I love myself, and I can actually get you to say you love yourself and you know not to go back because it's toxic,
Okay.
then I know that we have completed the task.
That
And
goes to
I'm very
those
blunt.
soul ties we talked about earlier. You have the pros and cons, the toxic soul ties, and you
Hmm.
have the, the real good. Like I seen you
Yeah.
before, you have a great connection. So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't do the whole, oh, I feel better today. See, because motivation is only temporary. What I come to do is transformational. I don't come to mess with the motivational. I don't want you to be like, today I feel good. I want you to be transformed so you will know how to pick yourself up and stay that way. You
What is the
understand?
personal development? Speak on that? You didn't really get to speak on the personal
Personal
development.
development is just like I said, going through your shadow work, going through the night dark souls, really digging deep on who you are. Because if you ask yourself, who am I? You don't have an answer. That is a problem. That's a real
Understood.
problem.
And they
Nowadays, you can
do it.
ask a girl, what does she like to do? I don't know. That's a problem
I was
because
going to
I
say
forgot.
that's a problem even if you on an interview, like if a recruiter is saying what are your weakness and your strength, if you can't answer that and just certain things, that is a problem.
That
So
is a
I
problem.
do understand what you're saying in
Yeah.
regards to I don't know. What do you mean you don't know what you want to do? You got it like you 40 years old. What do you mean? You better have a plan because Social Security gonna be gone.
By the time we get this, it's already out the door. Can I get 50 cents, please?
No, it's our people are it's crazy right now. It's scary. It makes you wonder by the time we get of age to retire, is it still gonna be there? So, cause so many
I don't
people that I
know.
know that's within their 60s and 70s having to work because the cost of
Mm-hmm.
living is so high. Like,
Mm-hmm. My mom is 73 years old and she still works. What does that tell you?
I have someone that I know that's 68 years old, just had to pick up another job. I know someone else that's 70 years old, 72 years old, and is had just had to pick up another job because the retirement is not paying the bills, and it's just like I don't think that's right. I think when our seniors have reached that age, or I'm gonna say seasoned, because the people that I talk to, they don't like to be called seniors. They call them seasoned. You better not,
Seasoned.
girl. You better not. I got one person. You better not call her old or you seasoned. You say seasoned. She don't like to be called senior
Mm-hmm.
and or senior citizen. She doesn't like that, and and she doesn't look like that. Just like your mom doesn't look like that. So, but I just feel like where's the protection at? As hard as they already work, like they have to.
No.
w-
That's why you have to be the one to break the generational curse to let me say curse. Let me stop the curse. Challenge.
Right.
The challenge so that you will become wealthy, not rich, because rich is you can be rich in knowledge,
I
rich in
tell people that
wisdom,
you want to be
wealth,
wealthy.
wealth.
You want
So
that prosperity,
the
blessing,
prosperity, not say abundance either.
abundance,
Abundance is the same
the
thing
abundance.
as
Yeah.
rich. Yeah, but we'll get there. I think I'll probably take up another activity. I'll be a witching stripper, throwing candles.
I was just posted up a video. It was these two guys, and they was just like they think they're gonna create a OnlyFans. I said, oh, they might be on to something
They might be on to something for gas.
for
Yeah,
gas. Like, oh, like okay, like my
yeah.
kids gonna fuss me out. Go off. But other than that, you guys, thank you for tuning in tonight. We had a really great episode. We had fun. Um, Learned a lot. You guys can reach out to Sage. I'm going to have her information on my page. Do a quick recap. If you're looking for work, I have a young lady that runs a couple of different restaurants in Atlanta. She needs 3 cooks. The email address will be on my Instagram and Facebook and on the YouTube channel. She's looking for 3 cooks. They have to pass a background. The pay is $15 an hour from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And she's flexible. So if you know anyone, whoever's watching, just to do a quick recap of Unfiltered with Faith Adorne tonight, my segment, exclusive Thursdays. If you know nobody looking for work, please refer them. Don't hate on your sister and your brother. If they need a job, give them this information to help someone. Don't go ahead and just please just copy and paste or tag them or copy the link. because I'm going to have the email address. Also, quick recap: if you want to start a podcast, just step out on faith and just do it. I talked about that early on. Rewind the video back so you can figure out in regards to setting up your own podcast. In regards with Sage, you know how to reach her. I'm going to have her information. Other than that, I see everyone on Thursday at 9. And also, everyone, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. I would appreciate your subscription. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll never miss a video. Like me on YouTube. Like me on Facebook. My Facebook page is Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. You can also follow me on Instagram at Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. Before I close out this segment tonight, I want to say thank you, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, and YouTube for giving me this platform so I can meet people, so I can connect people. I have people within the chat want to connect with Sage. So I've done what I was supposed to do, and I really feel like you're gonna be people. They about to be reaching you, Sage, right now. They want some
Well,
readings. I
come
got one
on through.
person
Come on
talking about
down.
when can I schedule a reading. So I enjoy. I'm a lifestyle liaison. I enjoy connecting everyone together. I enjoy meeting people, like in regards with being able to connect with Sage for her to give her perspective and her walk through how she got started. And that's what I want to ask you. Quick question: when did you start this journey? How many
Um,
years have it been?
so 2015 was when the most traumatic, the jolt. I lost a partner, dying right in my face, and so that was the jolt. That
Oh
was my
wow.
start of being angry with spirit, and being angry with spirit did not help me whatsoever. I just kept getting more and more lessons to be aware that spirit was there to show me that you love people while they're alive. You can't wait till they leave and then want
No,
to have
you
a talk with
can't.
them. You
You
got to love
can't.
them while they're alive.
So when your significant other one passed away, that's what made you kind of start this healing process, this
It
new
was the healing. It
journey.
was definitely a healing process. You can't just go through death just any type of way. So I just say that if you ever experience death and it's right in your face, start finding a way to heal, not suppress.
So
And I
this
suppressed
this
it until I
journey saved
exploded.
you. It saved you.
It did. It absolutely did. Absolutely did. Yep.
Sorry for your loss. So it, so were you always thinking about practicing, or either is that the correct word? Me saying practicing, or
Yes. I
okay?
practice
I don't want to
anyway.
be disrespectful. I want to
No,
make sure
no.
I was
It's
saying.
because it's just like a doctor. We continue, witch doctor. We continue to
And to
practice
my
just like they.
viewers, she's not saying she's a bad witch and nothing like that, because they're gonna
No,
be like,
no.
Faith is interviewing a witch.
No. No, I've always, like I said, from childhood, there's always been an interest. But what actually got me on my path was the death right in my face. To recognize it, to be appeased with it, to accept it, because it's inevitable. We're born to die. You have to accept it. Simple.
And
Yep.
like what she said earlier, and to piggyback off what she said to all my viewers, you know, treat everyone the way you want to be treated. I'm really big on that. Like I don't like to. With me, if someone hates me or envious of me or jealous of me or just don't like me, because you might not like me, that's okay. But you're not liking me by yourself. I'm not taking on that negative energy. I don't want it. I don't want it. I
Nope.
just don't want it.
Not
You
mine.
figure it out. It's not mine. It's not in my
Mhm.
world. And I'm just like big on treat everybody the way you want to be treated, because nobody's promised tomorrow. Like treat your parents, if whoever's watching, treat your parents right, because you only get one mother and one father at one time. Treat your
Mhm.
kids right, children, your kids, treat your parents right. Do right by your moms, do right by your grandmothers, and just be a good friend. If a friend is not being a good friend to you, you watching, let them go. Maybe God heard things that they was doing. That's why they're going. God might have removed them because they were just
For a
negative
reason.
anyway,
Yeah.
for a reason. Going back to what Meat Mills just said in that video, they needed you for whatever they needed to get ahead. And other than that, you are tuning to Unfiltered with Faith Adorn. This is the end of the show. We had a great segment. Sage Marie Blue, thank you so much for gracing my platform.
I sure are.
I'm quite sure a lot of people learned some. Mm, 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 mm. And and other than that, I'll see everyone next Thursday. If anyone wants to get interviewed, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an artist, hit me up at Unfiltered with Faith Adorne Show. That is also gonna be in a link within YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and Twitch. You can reach me at Unfiltered with Faith Adorne Show at gmail.com. Send me an email. If you're an author, if you have a confession, I have my last show on this Thursday, which is Unfiltered Spicy Topics. If someone is watching, you have like a little relationship confession you want to submit, send a girl an email. Let's talk about it, especially if you know, got some juicy tea you want me to talk about. I can keep you anonymous. And other than that, thank you guys for watching Unfiltered with Faith Adorn tonight, and have a great night. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Good
All right,
night.
thank you guys. Good night. Thank you
Ashawa.
for watching Unfiltered with Faith Adorn tonight, and we hope you enjoyed the episode. Check back every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for new content, resources, and interviews. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your views, so we appreciate you watching. Also, quick disclaimer, all of our guests have an opportunity to voice their opinion and give their perspectives on all of our topics. It's not saying it's right, it's not saying it's wrong, but we respect everybody's opinion. And the cool thing is you can join in with the conversation, regardless where you are around the world. If you would like to be a part of our online audience for any of our upcoming topics, send us an email. Are you an entrepreneur, an artist, a talent, or CEO? Do you have a testimony you would like to share? Or how about submitting an unfiltered spicy topic? Or what about a crazy confession? Send us an email at unfilteredwithfaithadornshow@gmail.com. Look at the video. There's the email address right there. Unfilteredwithfaithadornshow@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Check back every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We stream live. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, you guys. You will never miss a video at Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. See you soon. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching.